The first thing, classification, the terms associated with the classification. Then we see the one algorithm. Okay, not going to detail because for detailing we have machine learning. The one algorithm, that is logistic regression, their function, important function, that is a sigmoid function. How sigmoid function works, how we turn the data into classification, like that. Okay, so let's start the session. I hope all of you over here. Yes, perfect. Okay, so what is classification? Let me take this thing as a heading. Okay, so what is classification? Classification is a process of categorizing a given set into classes. Means you have data, you are categorizing that data into classes. Let's suppose you have red balls, you have a green triangles. So if I do to say you to classify these things, so what you do, you make one times it's a red triangle, sorry, triangle groups, one time you make circle groups. So data is two different kind and you make two groups. That is classification. It can be performed on both structured and unstructured data. So one person asked me 2 or 3 days before, unstructured data means unsupervised learning, means the data has no label. So there we also making a cluster, means cluster is as one kind of group, but the cluster have no name, but this group have a name. So this classification is a part of supervised learning, and the unstructured data, that is clustering, the part of unsupervised learning. In supervised learning, the data have input and output, means the input and the output label. But in unstructured or unsupervised learning, data have input but no output. All right. The process start with the predicting the class of a given data points. The class are often referred as a target, label, or categories. Class means what we're going to predict, just like in diabetic data set, 1 or 0. So 1 stand for diabetic, the thing is occur, 0 for non-diabetic. Just like you have heart disease, so 1 for person is diagnosed for the heart disease, 0 for the not heart disease. Okay, so I have some sample before going to further. All right, so I have one thing for you. See how we data categorize data. How to categorize data. So what I do, I take just an array equal to np dot array. Okay, in array function I take some data. What data? I'm just putting some data over here. So let's see what output is producing. Okay, these are my some inputs in a fractional form. So what we do with that input, I just take b equal to np dot round. Okay, what round function do? You see the output over here. I just pass a. Okay, and in the next thing I put the b. Check this thing. Round means round the values. So those value which are greater than zero point 0.5 converted to 1, and those value which are lesser than the zero point 0.5 or equal to zero point 0.5 converted to 0. Means the roughly intention behind this, how we create a labeling to data. Just like I put zero point 0.3 to 0, 0.40, 0.50. So any those data, just like 0.7, 0.8, 0.9. Means I classify these data in a binary classification. Why binary? Because there are two labels, 0 and 1. If you create any tabular presentation, so what I do here, I take the result equal to pd dot data frame. First I take the input, mm, data. First I take a data, then put the array, then put the result, then I put the b over here. All right. Now check the result. Check this one. So what we do, data is over here and the result after this. So in result, we have the classification level, either zero, sorry, it's a zero or one. Means what data given to you? What data given you? Some you data put for the one level and some data you put for the zero level. So this is just a rough way to show you how data is going to be categorized, how data is going to be classified. Okay, now proceed further. The classification predictive modeling is a task of approximating the mapping function from the input value to discrete output variable. The main goal to identify which class oblique category the new data fall into. See, class have the name also, just like in script format, just like in iris. If you remember the iris data set, we have three species: iris setosa, iris virginica, and iris vesicolor. So the thing is behind, when you have this label, either you have this label, either you have this label as a output, as a classification, or you have a some number, just like in diabetic, one stand for diabetic and zero for non-diabetic. So class can be represented in any format. Regression, regression, an outcome column, very less chances to repeat a data, but in classification outcome column, outcome is the last column. Last column maybe where you have a classification label, there is a 99% chance to repeating a data. All right, with data is divided in different class and these class going to be repeat. So thing is that either data is present in the form of label or data is present in the form of numbers, just like in diabetic for the classification. All right. So let us try with a simple example. The heart disease detection can be identified as a classification problem. This is a binary classification. Why? Because person either diagnosed with the heart disease or not diagnosed. So it's a diagnosed, so we use the one. Not diagnosed, it's zero. Okay. Since there can be only two classes, as heart disease or do not does not have heart disease, the classifier in this case need training data to understand how the given input variable related to the class. Input means the input features. Just like I say, if we have this kind of glucose, this kind of blood pressure, this kind of skin thickness, this kind of insulin. Why I am taking these input? Because these are the features available in a diabetic data set. So person is said to be diabetic or not diabetic. Was the classifier trained accurately? Train means you fit the data. The fit function used to train the data. It can be used to detect whether heart disease is there or not for a particular patient. So, since classification is a type of unsupervised learning, even the target is also provide input data. Let us get familiar the classification in machine learning terminology. So, what terminology we have? Okay, first one is classification model. What model? The model predict or draws a conclusion to the input data given for training. It predict the class or category of data. Means once you train your model, so what feature on which you train your model, just like glucose, blood pressure, these seven parameter. So when you pass this input feature for any patient, so this will give you either diabetic person or non diabetic person. So second is features. What is feature? A feature is an individual measurable property of phenomenon being observed. Means feature is used to identify any object. Just like apple. Apple is red, apple is round, apple is sweet. So these are three features. Like a banana, banana is long, yellow, also sweet. It's a feature. Cherry. Okay. So these feature distinguish the different object. But we take the multiple feature of same object because we have to train our model multiple times, because not all apple have a same shape, little bit some distraction over there, so we have to train all the things. Okay, so what is binary classification? Is a type of classification with two outcomes, just like true or false, zero or one. What is multi-class classification? So classification more than two class, just like I give you example of iris one. Three classes are there. So this is not binary. This is multi-class or two plus class. So in multi-class classification, each sample assigned to one and one label or target. All right. Now initialize. It is assigned to classifier to use for this one. The train classifier. Each classifier in the scikit-learn use the dot fit function. Keep in mind, in the entire machine learning, even if deep learning, you have to use this function fit. Fit accept the training part, X train and Y train. All right. The method to fit the model for training data, the train X and train Y level. Okay. So X train or train X, the same thing. It's just terminology, just variable type of data frame. Now the predict target for an unlabeled observation. The predict X method return the predictable by. So once you train your model, just I repeat, uh, uh, just for you train your model, if you feed the feature, same feature of any person, any biological data for a person for diabetic, so your model will give the prediction based on that training part which you provided to. Okay, so in that scenario, the very popular algorithm is logistic regression. Logistic regression. So what happened in logistic regression? Okay, so it is work on the sigmoid function. What is that? Let me search the formula. Sigmoid function logistic regression. Take the formula. Somewhere it's 1 upon 1 plus raised to the power, somewhere like that. Take sigmoid function formula. Yes, that is perfect. I'm getting this image address. Yes. So what sigmoid function do? First of all, sigmoid function. It create the S-shaped curve. That's why it says sigmoid. Okay. So first thing, it creates the S-shaped curve like this. Second thing, it convert all the input between 0 to 1. All input you given, see, it's giving the -10 to +10. Check this thing. So what is outcome? It convert all outcome, all y values between 0 to 1. So what is the advantage of being this? So the given output, if we take threshold of 0.5, so all those probabilities, all those output above the 0.5 mark as a 1, and below this thing mark as a 0. That's why we say the sigmoid or the logistic regression return you either form of 0 or form of 1. Okay, let's do this thing practically. If I'm taking this number, let's suppose I'm taking an input array. Input equal to, not input is a keyword, the data equal to, data is there. The data is also there. I take points. I take x, that is better. X equal to np dot linspace. While linspace, we have to generate number of point between -10. I am replicating same problem. 2 plus 10. I need 1000 data points. So how much good number of points is there? Is smoothness of curve is there. All right. Okay. So I have this thing. What I do, y equal to 1 upon 1 plus np dot exp exponential, then it's raised to power minus x. So minus an x from here. Okay, minus x. Perfect. Okay, when we do plot this thing, actually this is line plot. So I have to put import matplotlib dot pyplot splt. All right, now plt dot show, sorry, plt dot plot X values, that is input, then Y values, that is output, then plt dot show. Check this thing. Okay, actually this is a drawing from any drawings, and this is the drawing from the matplotlib. So same s-shaped curve you obtain over here. Check the inputs. We have inputs from -10, and we have output between 0 to 1. Okay, if we want to put threshold, okay, always we have threshold on 0.5. So we again take plt dot plot. I have to plot the line. So my line is starting from -10 to +10. First coordinate -10 to +10. Second coordinate 0.5 to 0.5. So that is your threshold line. Any value above this mark as a 1, and any value below this mark as a 0. So this sigmoid function helpful in the logistic regression. Okay, based on this one, you can easily create a threshold value and find what exactly output. The beauty of this thing, what input you give into it, what input, it will turn this all output in 0 to 1. Just like if you want to check this thing to something else, just like I'm just copy this one somewhere here. Right, so what I do, I just change here to -6 to +6. -6 to +6. Perfect, perfect. This thing is -6, this thing is +6. Always return your sigmoid curve, keep in mind. Check this one, -6 to +6. Okay, it will flatten over here. So second question arise, why we not use the linear regression or regression? Why we not use the linear regression or regression in classification? Anyone want to reply? My audience?
Sir, linear is, I mean, linear is not used for categorical data actually, sir. I mean,
You read somewhere, or you're expressing your opinion?
no, no, I'm not opinion, sir. I mean, I have read actually about this one, logistic and linear. So
Ah,
linear is mostly used for discrete or continuous variables and all, or features you can say. But when you have a classification problem, linears are not used because it shows a relative transformation with respect to your features, how it is behaving. So
any more question from any more answer from any one person?
I said,
Yeah, hi.
uh,
Yeah,
I think linear will come back with the output number, specific number. So it's different from case to case. While in logistic, will come with two or three only results.
you sir, your voice is little bit cracking. Kindly you type over here what you want to say.
I'll type it.
I'm little bit getting you, but not exactly. Please type over here in chat box. Muhammad Usman, you are typing.
Yes, I'm revising.
Please type. Please type. Savisachi, you want to say anything?
Yes, sir. I just want to add one more point. What Anshu tried to say, like
Hmm.
after we predict from linear regression that always contains some continuous value. Like yesterday in that regression problem, what we predict, like dot discrete, like 0, 1 is that predefined value. We can say.
Hmm.
So in classification, it is not. We can't use this. It's not continuous. And another thing I need to add, uh, like. Uh,
You're giving your opinion. Yes, is it?
Yes, no,
Uh,
sir, not opinion. Actually, that
I will give you what good.
about that.
Yeah, speak. Please speak. Please speak. I will give.
Yeah,
I will give you one good thing. Very good thing regarding
Sir,
this. Please wait. Please wait. Please
one,
wait.
sir,
Please.
Mike, yeah, yeah. Okay, I'll ask on the end of question.
No, no. You can explain this thing.
No, no, I just told my opinion about this because it's
Okay.
always continuous variable. There are so many values we need to predict, like cause and effect relationship. Like because of, as you always said, that rainfall prediction, like because of rainfall, how much crop will be produced. So it's like there are so many different kind of result in each rainfall we will get.
Mm-hmm.
But classification is something else.
Mm-hmm.
Classification will be either this or this. So
Mm-hmm.
in that case, linear regression is not not like
Perfect
suggested.
for this one. Okay. Yeah, Miss Roy, you can express your view.
sir, in classification, we make some clustering with suppose that if we say about online shopping,
Mm-hmm.
suppose the age group 20 to 30 buy least amount of least price products, and the person with more 30 to 45 they buy more high price data as they have the salary, they don't high salary for that, and like the aged people they don't need enough things so they just buy like their grandson like that. So if I make this, if I plot this, then there's make some grouping which cannot be done in logic in linear regression.
All right.
It gives just a straight line.
Okay. So, what my opinion is that in linear regression you got the prediction in minus also, plus also, because this line is approaching to positive infinity and minus infinity. But in classification, no, nothing is go beyond the zero. Keep in mind. So first cause is this is not linear regression is not suitable for the classification. The first thing. Okay. Then that's the thing you explain every valid cause, no problem. Okay. But keep in mind classification never be negative. But regression may be approach to negative, because this line will go positive infinity and negative infinity. So you may got the regression prediction as in negative, but never in classification you got the prediction in minus. So first, I mean, main thing also this factors also imply very much. Yes.
Sir, can I add little more sir on this one? The
Yeah.
use
Sure.
what you have done.
Sure.
In
Sure. Sure.
your
Sure. Sure.
previous one.
Sure. 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 Yeah. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, and to the previous one, what I was saying about linear and logistic,
Hmm.
with respect to this page, I'll say that linear is used when you don't know what outcomes value you will get. I mean, in that I can say continuous value you are going to get in outcome.
Hmm.
So that time linear will be used. Suppose a simple example is sales. You don't know, you cannot define a value into sales. It can be any number,
Means
but in logistic,
numerical predictions, all the
yes,
numerical prediction, including regression problem.
yes, and in logistic, you will be your output will be in the form of nominal data.
Hmm.
As you said, classic you divide the data into classes, and based on that, it will predict. It will suggest you specific classes. So
Hmm.
it will come in zeros, and how many classes are there. Based on that, the output will come. So you know what is your output is going to come within this particular rate. Like four classes are there, within this four only it will come. But in linear, it is not like that. It can come any value of it. Like in
Okay.
sales, it can be any number of sales. It
Hmm.
can be negative also, loss also. It can be profit.
Sure.
That time
Sure.
we use linear actually.
Good, Shudhanshu. Good, Shudhanshu. Talking. Okay. Okay. Yes,
So can
please.
you just give a real life example between linear regression and the logistic regression to be more precise?
Everything is real. Everything is real.
Can, can I
If
can
you
I
are,
can I
if
tell
you
you
are,
one thing?
if you are predicting the crop prediction, so there's a linear regression. If you are predicting the temperature, what temperature is going to be next week, that is a real time example. What logistic regression? A patient going to doctor, and they told the symptoms. What doctor do? Doctor say you are diabetic. No, I mean diabetic or not diabetic. Everything is real time. But thing is that we cannot get the data of real time. We get data on financial market real time. I told you Yahoo Finance, because no one provide to want to provide data. That's why we have to take data from repositories. these repositories. And these guys who submitting data to repositories, they also do somewhere real time work, because just like a measurement of flowers, they take 150 measurements of flowers, their sample and patterns, and do list it in a Tableau format. And that's the data we are using. And you don't believe me, that data is the highest hit. You can count this figure. And no data have this kind of highest figure, but this 150 rows have the highest count, because it is highly used in classification. The first student start learning, so they make a model of flower classification. Okay, so things just a real data. Problems are all real, but data at real time is not available.
Yeah, actually, sir, in scikit-learn documentation, they use that iris
Yeah,
data, right? That
definitely scikit-learn inbuilt, many things is built there, but we can download them. You can use inbuilt or download the thing. Okay, so someone want to say something, I stop. Who is there? Venkatesh, are you say something?
Yes,
Yeah, yes, yes, yes.
yes, sir. Can I answer the question, sir?
Sure,
Actually,
sure, it's open platform, you can answer.
if wrong, please correct me.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, linear regression and classical real-time example is if it is rain tomorrow or not. It is an logical regression, sir. What is the percentage of chance to get rain is
Same thing, good.
linear regression, sir.
Good, rain
Okay.
tomorrow, because rain is yes or not labeling comes under the classification part. What amount of rain, what percentage of rain, it is come in the linear, because it is a variable of discrete type. All right, so this is, you have to mind the thing. You present one problem two phase. Okay, you categorize the rainfall problem into what we say, the classification and regression. Thank you, Venkatesh. Now moving towards, because in data analytics we don't go deep dive on machine learning, because same topic is also covered in machine learning, because not all, I don't know how many of you take the admission in analytics as well as the machine learning. So here little bit thing is given, but deep dive is done always in machine learning part. So let's see how to load a scikit-learn library on a diabetic data set. So first of all, create dia equal to what we say, pd dot csv. All of you can do with me. Oops, diabetic is not there. Okay, I just put over here. All right. So this is your classification data set. Either person is predicted to be diabetic or not. Okay, based on the input parameters. Based on the input parameters. Okay, we already do lots of charting based on the starting of pandas. We do lots of charting over here. But let's make a model. What would you do? First of all, extracting a feature. The feature. Okay, so what we do, what are my features? Features are these one. What is my outcome? These are my outcome. So features, I'll just say the feature matrix. Why feature matrix? Why matrix? Because it's two-dimensional. It's not a single one. It's a two-dimensional. At least two features required. Okay, so you are and the outcome is a response vector. Why vector? Because it's a single vertical column. All right, so what I do, I just take the x equal to, or keep in mind, the features are always presented by the x. So dia dot iloc function, I need all the rows from 0 to 8 columns. Okay, check x dot head, what we have over here. No, x 7. No. Okay, so what happened? So accepting the outcome, you got all the things over here. Check this one, accepting the outcome. Similarly, if you want to see, it's a response vector or outcome column. All right, so what do we do? I just store everything in y. Keep in mind, outcome is always stored in y. Perfect. Okay, again, train text split. I told you one word, That is play important role, but not here. It is machine learning cross validation, where we divide data into layers. Because in train test speed, what we do, we partition our data. If you remember my last class, if we have a data set like this one, these are my x and these are my y. All right. So we have to divide data into four part. Means this one is training part, train part, and this is a test part. All right. So this become the x train, this become the y train, this become the x test, this become the y test. Okay, so what happened, and then we do shuffle data. Means all the rows of internal these x train data get shuffled with each other. Why we shuffled? Because the good data and bad data going to be mixed. Just like we obey the concept of cards, tash ke patte. Okay, where odd Ikkad, Basha, Gulam Begum are mixed because no single participant get the good cards and no single participant get the bad cards. But even they have a in between distribution. Means some good, some bad are there. Okay, so from sklearn, sorry, it's FROM.
You are talking about train test suite or K-fold cross validation?
I here only for train test speed,
Yeah,
because there we have to see the folds etc. That
yeah,
is a,
yeah, that,
that is a core part of machine learning
yeah,
actually.
yeah, yeah.
What problem I am facing as a trainer, because the thing are closely related in data analytics and machine learning, so that's thing we cannot explain over here in depth. Because just like you are an MBA person, I don't know, you are MBA or BTech.
No, no, sir. I did my master's in mathematics and physics.
Or that's right. Okay, so data analytics for some non-technical course and machine learning with complete technical course. So that's why
You
I'm
just
not.
mentioned that. That's why I asked after, sir. You just mentioned that cross validation. That's why I
Yeah,
asked.
so I will complete the cross validation layers folds in the cross validation score in the machine learning part. Okay,
Okay.
from
Thank you.
sklearn dot model selection, keep in mind we have train test speed in model selection package, import train test speed. All right, so what is do, this will split your data training and testing part. Same thing I explained last class. Okay, so I have to create four variable, and this process is uniform in all algorithm. Okay, one words cross validation, don't go there. That either you have to follow that approach, otherwise you have to follow this approach. Xtrain, sorry, Xtrain, X test, because your X will be split in two parts, Y train comma Y test equal to train test split. It's a constructor, this is a class, it is a package, it is sub package. sklearn is a main package, main library, model selection is sub package, train test split is a class, and this is your constructor. All right, all right. Now you have pass x over here, y over here, then test size. How you want to put your test size? I want to put 0.4, that is for 40%. And then random state. What is random state? Is shuffling way. I mean, it accept any number and perform any internal algorithm. I mean, no explanation over there. If you take a 5, 7, so how they do shuffling the data? Num state. Okay, equal to, I take 7. RAN. All right. Okay, let's check. Oops. Random state STATE. All right,
Such
STATE.
states will.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, okay. So what happened? I checked the X train.
Sorry for interrupting, sir.
Yes, dear. Yes, dear.
Sir, I'll ask one question about this test size. Right now, at the end of this session, that
Hmm?
will be data
Now you
science.
please asking right now. I mean, many
No, no,
people.
sir.
Okay, 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 no
Yeah,
problem.
yeah. I'll ask because that's long little bit.
Okay,
So,
okay, no problem. All right. So what happened when I do shuffle this thing? So what happened? Your index is shuffled. Your training data is splitted, and regarding training, you have the its mapping output. Y train. Keep this thing. So what happened? What happened? Okay, okay. This is Y train dot head, not function. Okay. So thing is to be observed that what X line is mapping over here. 7 7 5 5 1 5 5 means shuffling and splitting in do in such a way that each indexing is mapping to each other. Okay, keep this in mind. Means it doesn't happening. The inputs are some other rows and output from some other rows. All right. Now, similarly, we have to load a regression model from sklearn dot linear model import linear regression. Sorry, logistic regression. All right. Now, create a model. Basically, logistic regression for binary classification. If you want to fit multi-class, so there is a way. Okay, but always prefer to use logistic regression for binary classification. Let model equal this one, then model dot fit. What we have to fit? X train and the Y train. Then pred equal to model dot predict. What we have to pass? We have to pass the X test. Keep in mind, predict function accept a X test give you the prediction which is equivalent to, take a note over here, note predict function take X test and give you the prediction which is equivalent to Y test. Okay, it gives you something. Okay, with warning, no problem. We have 1010 classification, but it is not understandable over here. We have to do side by side comparison. So what I do, I take copy of X test and store in result equal to, somewhere we have result in this sheet, it is auto completed. Yes, okay, not result, it's a result one. I take the X test and that data to be copied. Okay, so check the result one. Okay, so what I do, I am adding some column. Actual actual data was there, that is Y test. Then result one predicted, that is your pred. Okay, now go to result one dot head. So what happened? What's up? No problem. Okay, so what happened? Always use a warning session, a warning library, because I never use the warning here. Okay, so keep all library import in one cell. Okay, warning is important, otherwise these library communicating to each other and they produce the warning. Okay, so what happened? Check this one. The first patient, the actual one, it is non-diabetic. You see diabetic. Second one, it's a diabetic. Now, see the difference. See this thing. This is a problem. In actual, this person is diabetic, but model says not diabetic. So these are the problem where the model make a wrong prediction. All right. So what I do, I take dia dot head. Now my model is going to be trained. Okay. So one line I written over here. Somewhere you find and point this thing somewhere. Yeah. The classifier in this case need training to understand how the given inputs variable are related to class, and once classifier is trained accurately, it can be used to detect whether heart disease is there or not for particular patient. So my classifier is trained based on the person is diabetic problem or not. So what happened if now I am using the my predict equal to model dot predict. See the magic. I'm copying any line, this one, only inputs, not outputs. All right, I do put over here and remove the space, put the comma, because my model is trained on a given parameter. Sorry, all these parameters are there. Okay, now what I do, I got something in my print. I do check if my print equal to 0. So what I do, print diabetic. 0 means non-diabetic. Okay, here you can put the real-time data. So I don't have real-time data, that's why I copy this one, because your model is trained. Then else print diabetic means if it is returning the prediction of 0, so it will print not diabetic. Otherwise it will do the prediction in the form of 0 and 1, this way. Okay, only 0 and binary classification is there. Okay, then what happened, diabetic. So I am running this, let's see what happened printing. So not diabetic, so what data it have. Okay, so 89, see, glucose is important factor. Glucose is important factor which make any person diabetic, while other making other parameter as a constant, because this guy is 21-year old. Okay, if I put this parameter over here, again I just copy this one. Okay, before doing this thing I want to show some miracle to you. What miracle? Okay, so if we have uh this kind of sigmoid function, so we have one threshold also. Okay, means your data somewhere lie below this line, below this threshold of glucose. So we find what threshold, this one. If we increase our glucose by that threshold, so my model will predict no, it's a diabetic. Let's see how it is happen. Okay, I just copy this one, paste over here. What I am trying to do, I just want to find the threshold. Okay, so how we find, I just manipulate only glucose, because glucose is dominating factor to make any person diabetic. So I put over 100. Very good, same result. I put little bit big value, 160 on diabetic, because all the factor become constant. Okay, so its age is 21. All right, so again we put a 180. Now see the result. On 160 we have not diabetic, but 180 my model is diabetic. So means we have a limit between any threshold between 160 to 180. Let's check on 170. Not diabetic. Very good. Now we find the data point and limit between 170 to 180. Check on 175. Very good. Not diabetic means narrow range, 176. Not diabetic, 177, 178, 179. Yes. So between 178 to 179, you have a threshold based on these combinations. When your model is changing their prediction, that is a threshold. Your sigmoid function work on this. Your, what we say, your logistic regression work on this, because it return the data is one, because it's one. That's why it is predicting a diabetic. That is your classification predictive modeling, because we provide the simple touch over here, not go to deep dive how to make a model, how to create this kind of prediction using this thing, and how to test a real time data. If you put over real time data, any data, it will return you based on given on what as these are 179, 66. So keep in mind these are the data in this given order. All right, now this is for today. You can ask me the question regarding this one.
Share this last code, sir, what you have written.
Where in chat box?
Yes, sir.
Shudhanshu, okay. Check this one.
Yes, sir. These one and that last when you add those actual and predicted column into that data set.
Hmm.
And, yeah, yeah. These yeah.
Take the warning also. Okay, import warning code, otherwise this will many time repeated. Keep it habit to include the warning. You know the code, this one, no warning, or
Yes, sir. Yes.
you import warning, warning dot filter warning, ignore.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is with the side by side comparison. I have to take the attendance, just wait, because yeah, now you can ask me the question.
Hi, sir.
Yeah, yes, Pratima.
Yeah, sir. So, what if the value is like 178.45? Like,
Yeah, no, you see, we just give the 1 point difference. I mean, I think you find the exactly range in between that one. Is it?
okay, like the sigmoid will be the drawback is so like it gives the values between zero and it gives either zero or one. But if the value is like 0.49,
Hmm.
it still shows like towards zero only. It's
Yes,
not
sir. My
towards one.
question was exactly like her. I just wanted to because you divided those parts like 170. We used to do that. Like when you got this, like 175 is non-diabetic,
Hmm.
then we divide the part into like that 177.5. Then you got the float value also. Then if
Uh,
you again get this non-diabetic, then you can check between 177.5 to this. You, like evenly, if you divide those parts, you can get the floating value also. That accurate value actually.
mhm. But actually, if you check this thing on different combination, you don't get here 177 or 178, because this thing only for this combination. This thing only for, you must try this thing on here. You never find, because on 148 glucose it makes you the diabetic person. Keep this thing. But here only 178 it makes the person diabetic. So just thing is to show there is some threshold value, not exactly pinpoint value. There is threshold value above which your model is changing the behavior of a given patient. Initially it was non-diabetic, now the age of 21, if you are increasing the glucose, so there is a threshold line above which the model change the prediction. The intention behind this one. Otherwise,
I think we'll come over this problem in machine learning or deep learning, sir, because
uh,
we have alternative methods like ReLU or
see, machine learning not have, you have in deep learning, when you have the artificial neural network, you have different kind of activation function.
yeah,
Okay,
activation
and deep learning, see, what's the quality of deep learning when you analyze this thing. So you have this kind of patient. If you have zero, and same problem we also do that thing in artificial neural network when we start a thing. So you find a difference that the person is giving zero or one. Like, but the medical science is improve more and more, because sometimes you heard see the in movie, the person is on cancer third stage, cancer second stage, means the person is cancer predicted or not predicted. But in between them they have three stages. Okay, so in deep learning the data is given to exactly fraction of what kind of percentage is possible. Like, just like you have 23% chance to being a diabetic, exactly this kind of thing given by the deep learning. That's why deep learning play an important role. Okay, thank you. Most of us student, I don't think so they get my
Sir,
point.
kindly show
Hello?
cell 25.
Cell continue, please wait, just let me solve this thing. Yes, dear. You have some query, or just you want to look just code, Mr. Roy?
Good.
Code, okay. Yeah, next participant please.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Rita, yes please.
So on what basis that actual versus predicted calculations are coming? Both the calculations are being done by the same model, right?
You, which, where you want to refer me, mean which code?
Actual and predicted 0101, last two columns.
Last two column, this is written by
Yeah,
the
yeah,
model.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, it is not getting means cross verification like actual is one and predicted is zero.
We do not do here the model evaluation. Actually registration, otherwise we have confusion matrix. We have many more thing. We have what we say precision, recall, everything
Okay, so that part is remaining, right?
remaining. Actually, I told you that there are many overlapping machine learning data analytics. So something we have to cover over here. This course for data
So
active and
this
non-technical
thing,
person. Okay, so
this thing will come afterwards.
yeah, this is. I mean, see, machine learning we wind up the linear regression, many depth, many things remaining there. Same way we find it there. But here my intention behind to show the classifying predicting modeling. Okay,
Okay, okay.
not show the linear logistic regression. Just how your
Yeah, what I
model.
wasn't getting that the actual value is coming one and still it is showing that he's non-diabetic, he or she is non-diabetic.
That's why precision, recall, confusion matrix, all these parameter do importance. That's why.
Okay, okay, sir. And
Okay.
one more thing, sir.
Yeah.
Could you please scroll up
Cell
uh,
number.
cell number? I don't know. I haven't
Okay. Okay.
written it anywhere.
Okay. Tell me when we have to stop.
Like yeah, this ILOC. Yeah, this thing I'm not getting. Like seventh is column
This
start
is.
end and then straight like
Tell me one question. You are new or you are running from 21st December after that?
yes, yes.
You are new. You are new student.
No, sir. Earlier sessions I wasn't there
Actually,
actually.
this is a pandas ILOC function. Column means from where to where you have to take the row. Similarly, this column means column. This column means column. From where to start, you have to start from zero, and always it is not attempting the last index. Okay, last means zero, one, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. It is always less than this. So between 0 to 6, it will pick every column.
Okay, sir.
That's why it's all the features you get over here. Actually, this is a part of Pandas. I think you skip this part. That's why you asking this question.
Okay,
No
sir.
problem.
I'll just check it once.
We covered in these 8 days. All right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Any more questions so that we can wind up the
I got
session?
that.
So one more doubt, sir.
No problem.
The
Yes,
the
yes.
formula which I have given is like it is about sigmoid function, but not logistic regression, right, sir? Like
Model, actually, logistic regression, I create a model based on scikit-learn. I create a
no,
model
no,
over
we
here.
have a formula for logistic regression also, so like EPA beta naught by one plus EPA beta naught something. Yeah,
So same formula is there. Any difference is there?
no, for sigmoid function we are using one by one plus e power beta naught and one by one plus e power.
There, it's the same. It's the expansion of this x. It is the
Oh,
expansion of this x. Okay, that is expansion of this one. Okay, means all the inputs on the features, every slope, everything. It is beta x1, beta naught was its beta slope of the first feature, beta one slope of the second feature. The thing we club over there and put over here. Nothing else. It is okay. It's taking the
no,
same formula.
that's not
So
my doubt, sir. Like my doubt is with the formula. So this formula
you
one by
you are
one plus e
confusing.
power minus x, no, sir.
The formula is form of in this shape or something else.
It's like e power minus x by 1 plus e power minus x.
Only this term will be expanded. Nothing else. If you check this thing, 1/1 plus
This
e.
this formula is for sigmoid function, sir. 1 by 1 plus e power minus x.
Uh-huh.
But logistic regression formula is like e power minus x by 1 plus e power minus x.
Can you show your screen if you have
No,
fetched?
I mean, like, I'm a statistics student, sir, so I have that concept. I don't have the
Uh,
formula.
Dear, it's the same thing. If you have any link over there, I mean, it's the same thing. Okay, the thing is expanded.
Actually, sir, I want to answer. If you divide with
I
12
just.
Yeah,
and then
log of
you get the same answer. Actually, as you said, like e to the power minus x divided by the logistic regression, e to the power minus x plus 1.
yeah, if we divide p by 1 plus p, so we'll get this formula. But this formula is like sigmoid. The original formula will be like different thing.
Actually, dear, I am not a statics student. I am not technical. See, I am not. I just BTech, MTech, and MCA. Okay, so I am not just statics. So, what you technical knowledge have in statics, I don't have. I just have engineering knowledge. Okay, but yeah, I have some general knowledge of all subjects.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. So this formula is correct, but original, I mean, it's my dot now. I'll find out, sir. I'll find out.
Kindly to share me one link, if possible, right now, from Google, so that I can also check this thing. Because what written in your inside books, I don't have that knowledge. But what written on internet, so I have that kind of knowledge. All right. Share me or mail me.
Hello, sir.
Yes, please.
Sir, can you explain random state? I didn't
Yeah,
understand.
random state is what you how you shuffling data. See, in any class, what happened? Good student and bad student are there. But when what happened when some inspection is there, so good student and bad student mix. Okay, just like you play the card game. What happened? You just shuffle the cards because not all good cards goes to one and not all bad cards. That's why we do shuffle the data over here. The random state nothing but it accepting any number, and they do shuffle the things. You take any number, if you change this one, so is shuffling is change only. This indexing is change. Not it is not necessary that you put 7 over here and you got 7 over here. You put 103 anything number over here. So that is internal algorithm how they shuffling these rules. But what kind of shuffling over X train, that is same in Y train.
It doesn't matter if we take 7 or
Yeah,
14
doesn't
or
matter.
not.
It doesn't matter.
Okay, sir.
Thank you so much,
Sir,
students.
take size is 0.4, 40%. So where is it getting affected?
Please repeat your question.
Test size point 0.4 is written.
Uh, lemon size is 40%. You can also train your own 70%. Okay. Actually, in machine learning part, I do basically some analysis thing. If we check the test size on 50%, test size of 40%, test size on 30% and 20%. So, what is the impact of test size on accuracy score? I'm promising you I will do this thing in machine learning part. You get it? If we take the test size of 50%, see after creating a model, we have to analyze every model. So I generally do this thing, taking a test size of 50%, 40%, 30%, 20%. What is the impact of test size on accuracy score? If you're training more and more data, so accuracy is increasing. If you're decreasing the test size, so it accuracy increasing. This is me analyzing that part. All right.
Sir, and one more thing, if we want to reshuffle the data again, then do we have to change that random state again? So for 7, 8,
Mm,
likewise. Earlier
mm,
I have taken 7, then afterwards 8. Likewise, I'll have to change again.
change again, take any number, nothing is 7, nothing is 8, you take any number. Okay, it will reshuffle again.
It will give me reshuffle
I
data
mean,
again, right?
you change the number, it will take any order, any shuffling data over here, but need not naturally you again take 7, so it will give you this arrangement. You take something else, so it will shuffle again.
Okay.
That's why the term, the cross validation I announced for, because we do check. Now you ask me the small concept. If we have this data and create a five-fold, because in cross validation we do not shuffle the data, means 1% chance. We take one, two, three, four fold. So in which fold our good data is there? Because good data is there, so it is a good model is there. So every model, you every layer, it is reflected how much good accuracy score is there. Sometimes you have very worst, average or best. So initially you can, without shuffling, you can find where is your good data in which layer. Okay, and that's why we shuffle, so that data is going to be distributed everywhere.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, dear. Good night, all of you. Create this thing and I will upload this thing to. Yes, Savisachi, any question is there? Yeah. Ashish, yes, Ashish, tell me.
Sir Ashish.
Yes, yes, tell me.
Sir, can you show the regression graph plot?
Regression
Sir,
graph.
regression graph.
Hmm. What happened?
Not this one, sir. Sir, the plot, med plot graph.
Matplotlib.
Chart.
Regression.
Sir,
Today I don't plot the regression.
yes.
Hmm.
No, sir. Old one.
Old one, the first very starting this one.
No, sir. उससे
रिग्रेशन,
पहले.
लॉजिस्टिक रिग्रेशन का कर रहे हो, कौन सा लीनियर रिग्रेशन का पूछ रहे हो, ये वाला?
Linear regression, sir. Linear regression.
बेटा आज लीनियर रिग्रेशन कहाँ कराया है, वो तो लास्ट क्लास में कराया था ना, वहां से डाउनलोड कर लो वहां से.
No, sir. उस टाइम मैं absent.
तो आप डाउनलोड कर लो
सर
वहां से.
absent था, मेरे को एक डाउट है, वो डाउट पूछना बस. नहीं सर, डाउट है एक.
हाँ हाँ, वो खोल लो, मैं खोल लो, वही रिग्रेशन मॉडल खोल रहा हूँ आपका, रुको वेट करो. कहाँ पे डाउट है बताइए।
सर वो ग्राफ, हाँ
बॉटम।
सर ये वाला सही है सर। इसके साथ ये लाइन के साइड में सर जो शेडोज आ रहे हैं ना, उसका क्या मतलब है? रिग्रेशन, हाँ सर इसके अंदर।
इट इज ए इट इज ए एरर प्रोन। इतनी एरर्स ही क्रिएट कर सकता है, इतनी प्रोबेबिलिटी है कि ये इतना शिफ्ट हो जाए। एरर्स इतनी आ रही हैं इसके साइड में, इतना है। हर जगह आपको शेडो मिलेगी, ठीक है ना। एक्चुअल लाइन नहीं होती है, एस्टिमेटेड लाइन होती है। एस्टिमेटेड आपको स्लोप देती है ये। तो एरर इतनी आ सकती है इस लाइन में, इसलिए शेडो आती है हमेशा।
सर जैसे जैसे लाइन की लेंथ बढ़ेगी वैसे शेडोज बढ़ रही है ना।
हाँ, जितने आगे स्कोप जा रहा है ना उतने से हो रही है, ठीक है। अगर पॉइंट फिटेड है तो डिपेंड पॉइंट के बिहेवियर पे होता है। पॉइंट ज़्यादा डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड है तो ज़्यादा शेडो फैलेगी, एरर प्रून होती है लाइन, ठीक है ना। आप देखो, जहाँ लाइन पॉइंट सही होंगे यहाँ पे कहीं भी शेडो नहीं है। आप लोग
हाँ सर
आप
कभी
लोग
कभी
आप लोग
किसी किसी में किसी किसी में।
आप लोग इतना देख लेते हो, आगे बहुत है आप लोगों की। गुड। लेट्स सो दैट यस आप सच एनीथिंग रिमेनिंग।
सर
बेटा आपका टर्न एक बार हो जाए तो एक बार क्वेश्चन पूछ लिया करो, है ना। आप बार बार वही रिपीट करते हो, मैंने आपसे पहले भी कहा था, एक बार अपना क्वेश्चन फिनिश करो पूछ के।
नहीं सर, वो लास्ट क्लास के जो पूछ रहे थे उसके मेरे भी एक डाउट
हाँ
था।
बताओ बताओ बताओ
संडे मैं सोचा था पूछूंगा,
बताओ बताओ बताओ
क्लास
बताओ
नहीं हुआ
बताओ
तो
बताओ। हाँ, वो
इसलिए।
नेट कनेक्टिविटी चली गई थी ना इसलिए।
सर
हाँ बोलो।
हाँ सर, वो हाउसिंग डेटा सेट का आपने जो एक मेथड था कि इज नल मेथड,
हम्म,
तो वहाँ पे जो कोई फील्ड नल नहीं था हाउसिंग डेटा पे, इसलिए फॉल्स दिखा रहा था।
इसमें मैंने किया
सर
था।
आर यू गेटिंग माय पॉइंट?
मैंने गेट या
इज नल फंक्शन था, हाँ हाँ
हाँ
हाँ।
हाँ
यहाँ पे तो फॉल्स आ रहा है क्योंकि कोई डेटा फॉल्स नहीं, डेटा कोई नल नहीं है।
हाँ डल नहीं है, क्योंकि
हाँ
अगर आपको देखना है डेटा नल कैसे होता है, एनबी डेटा सेट उठाओ, ये चीज फायर करो उस पे, आपको यहाँ पे फिगर्स दिखेंगी।
नहीं सर, अगर नल होता
हम्म।
तो क्या होता सर,
बेटा
उसका क्या
अगर यहाँ पे नल
हमें
होता,
वो।
हाँ नल होता तो यहाँ पे मैंने पेंडाज्म करके दिखाया है, मैंने एनबी डेटा सेट को रीड किया था। आई जस्ट रीड द एनबी डेटा सेट। जस्ट वेट, दिखा दूँ आपको, वरना आप परेशान रहोगे। डेटा फ्रेम बेस्ट वन, मैंने यहाँ पे एनबी डेटा सेट रीड किया था जब इस नल फंक्शन बताया था। वेट करो, लोड हो रहा है ना। तो उसमें वो काउंट देता है उस कॉलम में कितनी नल वैल्यूज हैं, वो काउंट देगा, है ना।
हाँ
अभी रुको, तभी यहाँ होगा, मैं फटाफट दिखाता हूँ आपको। हम्म, देखना पड़ेगा कहाँ पे है ये। काउंट रिटर्न कर देगा, बाकी कुछ रिटर्न नहीं करेगा आपको कि ये कितना सम कर रहा है। मैंने शायद नहीं कराया है इसमें ना, नहीं है। नहीं है इसमें, है ना। अभी पेंडास बताऊंगा तो उसमें बता दूंगा करके, ठीक है ना, परेशान मत हो, वरना वो काउंट दे देगा आपको, ठीक है ना। ये रहा देखो, ये रहा ये रहा ये रहा, ये देखो तो मिल गया। इसने काउंट दिया है कि 84 सेल्स इसमें नल है, ब्लैंक है, ठीक है ना, ऐसे दे देता है।
हाँ, तो सर इस ब्लैंक डेटा को हम क्या करें, उससे क्या हम एडजस्ट कैसे
दो
करें?
दो
वो
टेक्निक
तो
है,
प्रोबेबिलिटी है।
दो टेक्निक है, इनफैक्ट तीन टेक्निक है। रिमूव कर दो, रिप्लेस कर दो, या मीन वैल्यू से शिफ्ट कर दो, ठीक है ना।
ओके
रिप्लेस और रिमूव तो बता चुका हूँ, मीन वैल्यू वाला मैंने नहीं बताया है ना। उसे डेटा इम्प्यूटेशन बोलते हैं, ठीक है ना, वो मैं बताऊंगा आगे मशीन लर्निंग पार्ट में, ठीक है ना।
ओके, थैंक यू सर।
थैंक यू। Yes, Sabyasachi, please you can ask so that I can go for dinner.
No, sir, just finish because
Yes,
our long question. I'll ask you one Sunday about what data set one question.
yes, yes, yes. So you want to present your screen?
No, 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 not right now. Actually, sir, I'll ask in the Sunday session because
Okay.
you asked right.
Okay. So it's a necessary. So keep me mails. I will whenever I free. I will see and
Okay.
get
And sir, I just want to answer that question I forgot from you. Sorry about that. So sigmoid function, we use sigmoid function to use in that logistic. There are so many sigmoid functions. This is one kind of special sigmoid function we use as a logistic curve
you.
in that logistic regression.
All right, all
So
right.
we,
Actually, I am not a statics person. My
yeah,
edu-
yeah. Actually, I was also confused what she asked you, so I just because briefly about it. So
Yeah, sir. Because what we learned is about odds ratio. From odds ratio, we'll get logistic function. So this is
Yeah.
logistic sigmoid function. This
Logistic, there's so many sigmoid functions. If you want patient like
yes, sir.
I
Yes,
will note
yes,
this on odds thing. I will teach you. I told you everything I not teach ever here because what I teach you in machine learning part. Okay, something we have to put for that part. Okay, thank you so much, student. Okay, if you want to come on tomorrow in Python, so you are most invited. Otherwise, do revise your thing. And we are assembling on which date? Expected on no 15. 15. I think Saturday Sunday is there. 12, Saturday Sunday. Yeah, Saturday Sunday is there on 15. All right. Thank you so much. Good night.
can I just email you that question? Then
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's the thing I say. Do not wait for Sunday. Email me. I will when I have time. I will resolve and revert you. All right.
okay, okay.
Hello, sir.
Actually, something is remaining.
Sir, last doubt.
Actually, please bind up the thing in one slot. Okay.
Sir,
Okay.
I
Okay.
want to share my screen.
Yeah. I'm stop presenting. Yeah. Please share.
Wait a minute, sir.
Sir, before this,
Sir, sir, can you see? Can you see?
Yeah, I can see.
सर ये जो सर ये ब्लैक लाइन आ रही है ये सर स्टैंडर्ड डिवीजन बताइए मीडियम मीडियम करके
अभी आपने मुझसे क्वेश्चन पूछा था शायद. मैंने कहा था डॉक्यूमेंटेशन पढ़ो. आपने कहा था मुझे सॉल्व भी हो गया है. विभोर ने
हाँ
पूछा
सर
था. विभोर ने पूछा था कि तुमने पूछा था मुझसे. ये ध्यान
नहीं
नहीं आ
सर मेरा वाला क्वेश्चन था सर वो कोरिलेशन वाला क्वेश्चन था
रहा. तो विभोर ने पूछा था. विभोर, दिस क्वेश्चन इज फॉर यू और समथिंग एल्स.
no, sir. I am asking just different questions, sir. Just I am asking, sir. Sunday को आप available रहेंगे ना? अगर इस section में कुछ
एक्चुअली
doubt होगा तो I will
एक्चुअली प्रॉब्लम क्या हुई ना, इस बार नेट की कनेक्टिविटी चली गई थी, है ना. रिलायंस का गीगा फाइबर का है
okay.
तो उसमें
No,
मेंटेनेंस
no,
का
no
आया था ना.
problem, sir. No problem.
अदरवाइज आई विल
Just
अवेलेबल.
okay, sir.
आशीष, आई विल सजेस्ट यू टू रीड द डॉक्यूमेंटेशन फर्स्ट.
सर 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 रीड क्या कंफ्यूज हो गया मैं सर किसी में बताया कि ये स्टैंडर्ड डेविएशन है
किसी में
और
नहीं,
ये
किसी में नहीं. सी बॉन्ड के डॉक्यूमेंटेशन में जाओ, वहाँ कैट प्लॉट पढ़ो और टाइप इक्वल टू बार में जाना. ओके, पढ़ो सही, पहले सीखो तो सही तुम भी. तभी तो मैंने छोड़ा था.
सर एक्चुअली वो एलएमएस पोर्टल के अंदर मैंने ग्राफ वाला
अरे
देखा था
अरे अरे भैया, मैंने बताया था डॉक्यूमेंटेशन पे जाओ ऑफिशियल. किसी पे मत जाओ क्योंकि चीजों को मैनिपुलेट करके भी कहीं कहीं बताया जाता है ना. आप डॉक्यूमेंटेशन पे जाओ पहले, है ना.
Sir, can I answer to Ashish here? I mean, what he was
नो
asking
नो
me.
नो नो सुधांशु, नो सुधांशु, लेट हिम डू. उसे करने दो, पहले उसे सीखना है. आई नो यू आर अ ब्रिलियंट, पहले उसे करने दो, ठीक है. देखो आप लोग मेरी टीम में, मैं चाहता हूँ आप गूगल पे पढ़ोगे तो दो चीजें और सीखोगे. क्या चीज है? पर जाओ ऑफिशियल डॉक्यूमेंटेशन में जो सी बॉन्ड का है. इट्स माय रिक्वेस्ट. ओके, rather than go to edureka, geeks for geeks, so you go to SNS official documentation and find the cat plot, everything. I will ever suggest the official documentation, either it's scikit-learn something else. Do read that thing. All right. Thank you all.
थैंक यू
Thank you, sir.